it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. I'm really here and I want to make just cards and I don't want to rush myself because I only have an hour or something like that. I don't know what I want to make. I don't know what I want to craft with, but I just want to make some stuff. So let's do that. I kind of want to play with my scraps. I kind of want to play with some of my digital papers. I want to play with Unity stamps. Who knows? We're just going to get crafty and have fun and make some things. Um, I want to kind of do a disclaimer straight out of the gate that Blossom is here. Blossom is vocal. She's in a new house and she is, figuring out all the new sounds. Come here, Blossom. She wants to come lay in the craft room. So I'm going to have her come lay in the craft room with us, but we may hear some things. Like right now, she's a little whimpery, but she'll come in and settle down. I've been testing it this morning and she does. She comes in and she settles down and everything's okay. So bear with us. Okay, as I say good morning to the lovely chat. Hello, Vicky. Good morning. Hello, Linda Veal. Sweet, sweet Linda. How are you? Hello, Stephanie from Germany. So good to see you. Guten Tag. And good morning, Beth. How's it going? This is all just sitting over on the side. We might turn it into something. So good to see you guys. Hi, Kat. Kat, we're getting our vacation figured out. We're finally doing it. I mean, I kind of had like an internal mini freak out the other day because I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a month away. I mean, my vacation starts on the 19th. So, yeah, we better figure out where we're going, where we're staying, and who we're seeing. It's probably a good thing to do. But yeah, we're working on that. And Debbie J from Debbie J's Crafting Corner, she lives outside of Orlando. And we're definitely going to meet up. And so I'm going to work with her and see if we can figure out like a meetup spot, a meetup plan where whoever wants to come meet us can meet us. And I think, oh, we need a larger mat. She's a big girl. Anyways, I think that it'll be the week of Thanksgiving, which is really complicated for some people. And I know it won't be necessarily ideal and it might not work for everyone, but we're still going to try to do it and have some fun. All right, I need a mat behind her. Now, like I said, today I am just playing. I may pull in a whole bunch of different stuff from a whole different bunch of different places. I'm just making whatever I want, which is what I always do. Nothing new there. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to get to my scraps. I mean, like, what is this? Will this work? It can be as funky as I want it to be. Yeah, that could work. So I think I need to cut this down to almost 5. Not going to see too much of it. And I want just the slightest border. And so almost 7, because obviously this is going to be a 5x7 card. I think this will work. This is just a piece of paper from my scraps. Yeah, and it gives me just a slight border. And this is so funky, lots of different patterns. But I think it's fine. Hi, Blossom. You found your way back to me. Hi. Are you wondering who I'm talking to? The dogs are always like, who's she talking to? Why is she in that room having a full conversation and there's no other buddy in there? There's no other dogs or people and she's talking. All right. So now she's come in and Fazzy's here too and everyone's getting settled in. Settled into the live a little bit. Good morning, Gloria. Let me get this centered. Well, not quite centered. That's better. Okay. Hi, Jessica. How are you? Good to see you. I missed you on the first. I'm going back and making sure I didn't miss anyone. Hi, Emily. Emily, I always thought that you were here in Austin with me, and then you placed an order. You're in Louisiana. Never, always correct me because I get things wrong. This whole time I thought you were in Austin. I kept saying, yeah, you should come meet me and Deidre. You were probably like, right, sure. Okay, I'm going to put the shorter piece up here at the top and then this piece right here. I know, it's super funky, but I'm not upset with it. It's working for me, so I'm just going to do it. Besides, these are all just scraps that were sitting on my desk, so let's just put them together and move on. Get them off my desk, turn them into a card. I'll throw it in with an order. I got the proofs for my holiday paper pads yesterday. I got the first round, made some edits, got the second round yesterday. They're going to production this week and they'll be here hopefully by the end of the week. That was the original date. So we'll see. I'm trying to get them here as soon as possible so that we can get them out to you. I don't think I'm going to reprint the page turner or Crafty Queens. I have 10 of each left, so just so you know, I think I've done 2 full printings of them, and I think that'll be that. Okay, and this is this card. It's super funky. This is a Stamp-listic stamp where you take the stamp, you stamp it out multiple times, and I stamp mine on patterned paper and then cut the patterned paper out, and then I use gel pens to bring in like the pink and the orange details. But yeah, this is from Stamp-listic, and I just think it is so cute, and I got a few stamps from them. I really like them, and I have nutcrackers too. They're a little time consuming, but not too much, and they're just different and fun. I got the cuckoo clock, I got some nutcrackers, I got that girl. I'll probably give this to my sister-in-law for her birthday. She loves everything Day of the Dead, so that'll probably be her birthday card this year. Hi, Larry. Did I say hi to you? Hi. Oh my gosh, you're moving to Texas. Awesome, Emily. You'll be even closer for crafty shenanigans. Oh, Blossom, you already live in Texas. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, go lay down, Blossom. We've been practicing this morning. You guys, I wish you could see her. She's so cute. I was outside with her and Faz yesterday, and they were running and playing. And by the time my hubby got home, he and my son went out on an errand together. I was like, I want to keep her. He was like, oh gosh, no. We can't keep her. It's my mom's dog. The good thing is she can always come over to visit. And when my mom goes up to visit my brothers, well, you know, I get to watch her anyways. Okay, you gotta go. Thank you. Go lay down, Blossom. All right, Winnie the Pooh. I do want to stamp this out. We might make a couple of Winnie the Pooh cards. Let me get some watercolor paper. I'm still wanting to make some like thinking of you cards for all of our friends in Florida and Pam Bell in North Carolina. And so let's bring in this Winnie the Pooh. Good morning to everyone, afternoon and evening. I hope you guys are all doing well. I really liked that last one, but I think I'll go ahead. She's getting into everything. Blossom, you gotta back it up, girlfriend. Go on. Go lay down. Or lay right here by me. Hey, lay down. Lay down. Right there. That's your spot. Here, lay down. Sit. She doesn't know any commands. Okay, good. Sit. Good girl. Now lay down. Okay? Follow your big sister cousin Fazzy and do what she does. Okay. I'm just looking at this, trying to decide. Y'all all get to do dog sitting duties with me today and decide what size I want these. I think I'm going to turn them into like just little card accents on here. I think we'll do 3.5. Yeah. We'll do something completely different with this than what we did the past couple of days. Okay, from this one sheet of watercolor paper, I think I can get 6 of these. So I'm doing 4 by 3.5. Fuzzy, Blossom, go lay down. Okay, and this is the only scrap left, which is really nice from that 9 by 12 piece of paper. Hey, get your booper out of here. She is right in the mix, you guys. She is just off camera. This craft room is so full and she is so curious. I am going to heat emboss, I believe. So let's cook some cards this morning, shall we? Yes, we shall. Get out my card cooker. Plug it in and warm it up. We'll cook some cards. All right, so this is the sandwich maker that T from Not Afraid of Color had recommended and was using in a video a couple of weeks ago. I don't even know now. And I just had to get in on it. Blossom, Blossom, Blossom. See, this is what I'm talking about. We're going to have some interruptions today that are not normal. But it won't be too bad. Hopefully that's the worst of it. Okay, so I've got 6 pieces. I think one of the kids just got up. All right, I'm going to use my embossing buddy. And then I'm going to stamp these out, emboss them up. Let's see. I kind of want to use clear. Let's see. You guys, it's the dog's house this weekend, okay? It's the dog's house. I think I'm going to use clear, or I'll use gold. I'm not sure which one yet. Okay. All is well. Let's do clear first. Let me find my embossing ink. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Ooh, it's juicy. That's good, because this is watercolor paper, so you want super juicy ink. Okay. This is going to go so fast with the sandwich maker, you guys. Oh, it's going to be so awesome. Okay. So, oh, found my sleeve I was looking for yesterday. All right. For foiling, so we're doing clear first. Beautiful. I'm going to pop it in the toaster. Oh gosh, hopefully not get burnt. I need my tweezers. Okay, that one's getting toasted. Okay, let's do it again. Emboss it. Buddy. Emboss. And cook. Okay, pop that one on there. Maybe we'll do 3 gold, 3 clear. Hi, Flo. Oh, good. Vicky told her mother-in-law she wants a sandwich maker for Christmas. I bet your mother-in-law's like, well, that's just so sweet. She wants to make some sandwiches. Vicky's like, sandwiches. That's what I want to make. Sure, let's go with that. Like, I think it embossed, but I'm also kind of like, I don't know if it embossed. I think I only got partial embossing there. I don't know what happened there. Let's try this again. I need to, every time y'all have seen me use this thing, I've used it on watercolor paper, my Canson XL, and not regular paper. Okay, so yeah, I don't think it doesn't have enough ink on it is the problem right now. And I do think that this is my embossing pad that I put glycerin on to try the whole re-ink it with glycerin thing. And that could be our problem. I need to find a proper embossing powder or embossing ink. I think I have one from Timmy over here somewhere. I think that is the problem. If you have regular, yeah, it's not quite doing it for me. Okay. I might have to stamp these little guys. I'm going to turn this piece of paper over because you can use either side of watercolor paper. One's smooth, one's a little more rough. See, and I don't think the embossing dauber, I think we're going to have to go with black and gold. Let me wipe this off. It looks really juicy, but it's not giving me everything I need for this watercolor paper. And honestly, I should probably put it in my stamp positioning tool. And that way I can reposition it and ink it multiple times. But you don't see me doing that, do you? Mm-mm. Okay. While this is transferring ink, I'm going to find the lid to this and close it up so we don't have that go everywhere. Okay, I'm also going to put the lid, the Gloria pen back on my glue. There we go. All right, let's try this again. I could do clear on this as well. It will just come out black. The only reason I'm embossing these, you guys, is just to make quick watercoloring. Oh, goodness. But it's not necessary. Hello, what is that? Why did that get there? I don't know. All right, let's bake this one. Oh man, yesterday was a day, you guys. The first half was good. My mom did call me at 10 and say, I left my medication at home. She has a daily medication that she has to take. And she was getting on the train when she realized she didn't have it with her. She left it at home. So I spent the next 3 hours driving out, getting the dog, getting the medication, and trying to find a place where I could ship it and it could be to her today, the next day, so she wouldn't miss a day of her medicine. And I totally don't mind doing that. She would do it for me. She would pay any amount. She would do anything to help me ever. And I don't mind paying the favor. But it was just a challenge in the middle of a Friday. Had to cancel a meeting with my boss. Had to, you know, drive all over the place. But I did it. I found a place, paid $100. And her medicine should be to her today before 5 p.m. And it's totally worth it. All right. Oh yeah, we're cooking a card. I forgot about that. All right. These things. Now, let's take a look. These are not great tweezers. I need to get my other pair out. Gosh, I think it just evaporated off of there. I don't think that really embossed, you guys. I really don't. I think you had to leave your embossing powder pretty thick on the card. So I just coated it a second time. I'm also going to leave the top open because it will emboss with the top of the sandwich maker open because it's just applying heat to the back. I want to see if I get better results. I'm going to move it over real quick so you can see it embossing on the plate of the sandwich maker, which it is doing. Right now, it is embossing. See how that's getting bright or darker, I think is the proper terminology. So it does emboss with, yeah, it's, I think this is the way. If you're working with like a really fine embossing powder and a really fine line on a thick paper, I think this is the way. I think when you close the lid, it evaporates almost. I'm not a scientist, but that's what I think. But it's still embossing. And for me, this is still more pleasurable than dealing with a heat gun. There we go. That is fully embossed. Let's see. I want to try it too with regular paper because, like I said, this this thick watercolor paper, I think also is a part of the equation that's giving mixed results. Let me get out a regular sheet of paper. Goodness. Y'all go over there. I'm trying to move some things on my desk that are plastic away from the sandwich maker. Okay, there we go. Just give the sandwich maker its space. All right. Let's try this on regular paper real quick. I'm not going to make it like real pretty or anything. I'm just going to cut a piece off and give it a shot. I want to see if we get different results. Now this is a thick paper, but it's cardstock and not watercolor paper. So let's try this real quick. We'll try it twice. We'll try once with the lid shut and once with the lid open. I want to see if we get different results. Now, the VersaFine ink is a beautiful embossing ink because it's a pigment ink. So it takes a while to dry, which means it holds on to the embossing powder very well. Okay, so there's that. Lost my paper. There it is. Okay. If it's not in front of me, that means I lost it. All right, let's try with the gold. I think that'll be a lot easier for you guys to see. The clear, I can tell what's going on, but it may be hard for y'all to tell. Okay, so we've got a regular cardstock, 110 pounds. We're gonna try it with the lid closed. When the lid is closed, you need less time. You really only need like 30 seconds. Basically, the time it takes you to pour your powder back into your jar is about how long it takes to cook the card when the lid's closed. Okay, so better tweezers, yay. And it's cooked, and the results are even and consistent and good. So yeah, I think the paper makes the biggest difference. See, that's good embossing right there. The watercolor paper makes a big difference in the results. Okay, now let's try it. So that was with the lid closed for about 30 seconds. Let's do it again. We'll do it with the lid open this time. So I think it really depends on your paper. And you do want a good amount of ink. You want it to be pretty juicy. Okay. All right. So lid is open. I'm sure my phone just loves all that heat radiating up towards it. I'm sure that's probably less than desirable for technology. It's going to take longer. I'm just trying to get this down to make contact with the plate. Oh yeah, look at that. When I press it down to the plate, look how quick it embosses. Done. Isn't that awesome? I don't know. Embossing has always felt like a little bit of a pain. Not anymore. Now this one has some embossing speckles around it, but that's just because I didn't want to bang it off, the dust off too much. All right, let's move back to these. I know we get mixed results with these, but I still want to use them for this project because I want to use my watercolors. All right, maybe we'll do some that aren't embossed. I think that's what I'll do. I'll do some that are just VersaFine on watercolor paper. I'll do, yeah, I'll just do it that way. Okay. We're gonna have a whole lot of Pooh and Piglet cards. I gave away all my ones that I did with the sheet load. Yes, these are Unity stamps. Oh my goodness, y'all. I placed an order because Vicki made me an awesome hot flash card. And I passed up things because I was trying to be good. And I went back and got them. I need to email them and be like, hey, I have 2 orders. Can you ship those together? Oh my gosh. Anyways. Deidre, how are you? Desiree, how's it going? Nikki Lane, welcome. Good to see you all. Beck is here. Beck, I saw you released a video this morning. I didn't watch it because I saw it because I was going live. So I'm gonna have to catch it later. Oh my gosh. And hats off to So Much Glitter. She is now on the, there's a design team call, you guys, with Sweet Pea Curiosities. And she's on the team, and a couple of other people are on the team, which is just awesome. These are going to take a little longer to dry, so I'm going to put them off to the side. But yes, these are Unity Stamp Co. They have a whole bunch of Winnie the Pooh stamps. And I can't have them all, but boy, would I like to. I don't need them all. That's the thing. I really don't need all the Winnie the Pooh stamps. I have enough. I have more than enough. I don't even have space. All right. So this one is called How Do You Spell Love? And it says, we'll be friends forever. You just wait and see. And how do you spell love? Piglet, is asking. And Pooh says, you don't spell it, you feel it. Yeah. So let's color these up. And Desiree, I have an idea. I'm probably going to make it today. have a really fun idea of something I want to do with your stamps. So for anyone who tuned out in after my intro, today is just a play day in the craft room. We've already made a scrappy card from scraps that were on my desk. And we're just going to play and not worry about like time restrictions. You know, Monday through Friday, I have to be restricted by time. But this was the scrappy card we made earlier. But yeah, we're just going to just sit and make and talk and visit and have a good old crafty time. All right, I'm trying to think of where I want to put this hot toaster oven. All right, I found a safe place. I have to be very careful with where I put that because I have a sweet little pup coming and going, and I don't want her to bump into it or boop it with her nose and have a bad experience. Okay, let's clean off the desk. I want to do messy watercolors with these, so let's work on that. We could make Pooh like golden. And it's okay. Everything's fine. We're also going to go back to this. I think I'll make Piglet that rose madder color. All right, let's do this. I ordered a gnome stamp for Natasha. I saw they had a gnome stamp at Unity, and I don't think she shops at Unity, so I don't think she'll have it in her stash. But y'all know Natasha always sends me gnome cards in the mail, and I really need to send her Happy Mail. So I ordered up the gnome. Oh gosh, I hate these water brushes. I think this one's more Pooh-like. Let's use this white gold. Get it all get it activated here. All right, now this one's the one that kind of has specks, and I am just doing messy. So if I get outside the lines, I'm not worried about it. It's okay. Now I did emboss it so that it would color up more easily without getting out of the lines, but I'm just doing like a fun, messy look. And I decided to make Pooh this white gold. All right, so that one's embossed. That one's kind of embossed. That one is not, and not. Okay. Not. All right. Let's do it with these. I just kind of want it to have that like real loose illustrated look. I'm not going to make a total mess of the watercoloring, but I don't mind it being outside the lines a little bit. And you got to do it in a few places so it looks intentional. Okay. Get that little spot right there. Great thing about this is that, well, whatever. That's going to be his back right there. I don't think it's supposed to be, but it's okay. Is that it goes so quickly. Such a quick way to color in your images. Okay. Jim's here. Hey, Jim. Oh, by the way, my chat is moving today. Let's hear it for unrestricted Toby time. Flo, you're hilarious. Yes, let's hear it for that, for everyone. We were chatting over in Dee Dee's chat, and I was saying, um, I wish when you bought new art supplies and like craft supplies, stamps, whatever you're buying, that you could also like add crafty time to the cart. So you're like, okay, I'd like to add 8 hours of uninterrupted crafty time with my purchase, please. Wouldn't that be fabulous? We could just order up some craft time with our purchases, just add to cart. That would be lovely. Okay. I think this one I was pretty much staying in the lines. I need to not do that. You know who, I can't say her name, has settled down. I knew she would. I tested this morning. I came in here and just kind of sat for a while to see how she would do if I wanted to go live. Now, the good thing about clear embossing, you know, you can still get the messy look of watercoloring, but the good thing about it is, and I'll show you the difference. I'm sure you see it already, but the clear embossing with the black ink, you can go back and we can kind of wipe up these lines and you can keep the black crisp lines. Whereas when you stamp, you and you paint with watercolor, you kind of go over them and they are not as strong. Now you could always, you know, re-stamp it, but that is kind of a bonus of the embossing. All right, so we're just going to paint these up all soft and sweet, like a little storybook image. And then I have an idea about how we're going to cut these and layer these onto our cards. So Pooh is done. When I'm mass making like this, I just like to do one color at a time. So now that's done. Now we can move on to little Piglet. And I'm going to use this really pretty rose madder color. Hi, Tina. Oh, Tina, we need to redo our patios too, our front and back patio. My husband came in the other day. I was like, we really need a revamp. And I was like, I agree. Get on that. I can't wait to see what you do. Oh, yeah. And we have a teenager. Get him to help you. Poor guy. Have fun with that. I totally agree. All right. And then his body, we're going to do a much lighter color. So I'm just going to water my watercolor down, keep diluting it. Over here is more like the Piglet body color that I want. So I'm going to go in, make little piggy pink. Okay. Now y'all know why I watercolor. It's just so fast and easy and fun. Piggy got a little messy over here. It's because I dabbed it off with my cloth. I finally remembered to bring a new roll of paper towels into my craft room. It has been forever since I've had paper towels. I recommend a paper towel like this because you can see and not get ink everywhere. I kind of made a mess the first time. All right, so let's use the darker color here. Okay. And then the lighter color here. And I'm using the same watercolor. I'm using this Rose Madder. This is from Daniel Smith. And I'm just diluting it to get that lighter color. So dark. Oops, this one is embossed. Okay, and then lighter. Like if this is too dark, which I know it's going to dry back quite a bit, it's really not too dark, but if it is, you could just dab it off with your paper towel and lighten it like that. Very easy, very forgiving and easy medium. I think a lot of times you just kind of get stuck in our head about watercolor that it must be difficult, but it's not, or it doesn't have to be. Gonna add a little more water there. Kind of clean up my brush, but on my mat where I can still use it. There we go. This might actually be a little light by the time it dries back. Alrighty, moving right along. Footloose and fancy free. Y'all are talking about foiling. I see a mink. Gloria's talking about she has a mink. Hi, Sharon Caster. How you doing? Hi, Stephanie Williamson. Hey, Flora. Hi, Teresa. So good to see you all here. Ooh, got real messy on that one. That's okay. This is supposed to be messy. I've kind of been coloring Piglet pretty clean, but I got him messy in a couple of places, which is good. We want a little bit outside the lines. I'll go back and make the other piglets a little bit outside the lines too. And if you don't want to color it messy because that's not your vibe, don't do it. It's not for everyone. Okay. Okay. That one's messy and that one's messy and this one's so clean. Let's get them a little messy, just in a couple of places. All right, now I think, oh, and you can shade, you know, like you can go back. If I leave this here, it will shade and make certain areas darker. You can be much more detailed and add a lot of dimension to your watercolored images. I'm just moving really quick and not worrying about it, but you can add so much detail, all still with the same color. You know, that's what I like about it is I don't have to pull out a bunch of different like markers or pencils or anything and try to figure out what goes with what. And this may seem a little dark, and it is, but it'll dry back so much. But yeah, you can totally come back in and add as much detail as you like. Put a little out here. There we go. And if it's too much, grab your tissue and just kick it back a notch. Take it back a little bit. What are y'all doing this weekend? There's an old timers festival. I don't know what that means. But there's one here in our town this weekend, so I think I'm going to take the kids today. Oh my gosh. I guess it's tax time. I got a notice that like taxes are due on October 15th. I wasn't prepared for that. I don't know what I'm doing, but it looks like I'm doing taxes also this weekend. And so I decided to come in here and make cards and distract myself from that kind of stress. I'm certainly not going to sit down and start doing business taxes at 5 a.m. That's not happening. So here I am. I have no idea what I'm doing. I got some software through my bank, so hopefully they know what they're doing. I'm not ready. It's too soon. This is why I never started a business before. I didn't want to do the taxes. I know, it's silly, but it's true. All right. We're good there. Now, there are some other things going on here. They're like blowing dandelions, and there's random little leaves here and there. I'm not going to worry too much about those. Just kind of clean some of this up onto watercolor paper. I love these strips of like watercolor paper like this or cardstock. Just making my own kind of smushy mess. I use these later like on the insides of cards, and it's like making your own patterned paper. All right, let's do this. We're gonna do just a little more to these, and then we'll make some cards with them. So here they all are. Get the gang back together, just stack them up over here. Alrighty then. I am gonna do, I'm trying to decide. I think I'm gonna do like brown. I think I'm gonna make this vintage colors. Oh no. Oh, Tina. Yeah, I need a CPA. Hi, Ave. I was swamped. I think I was at the FedEx office when I saw your message on Instagram, or you had tagged me, I don't know which one, about your mail, and it cracked me up. I find mail in my craft room that I haven't sent all the time. I finally made a box for it, and it still doesn't really get sent out that on time, but yeah, that just cracked me up. Because evidently you had asked in a live if I had gotten your package, and then you're like, you thought your husband just forgot to send it, and you're like, nope, it was in my craft room all the time. I get it. That was really funny. I didn't get to time to type in because I was trying to get my mom's medicine out, but I was standing in line and saw that, and it made me laugh. Okay, I think I might just leave it like this because I think I'm also going to ink blend around these. So this color is called Van Dyke Brown. I think it's my favorite brown when it comes to watercolor. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of vintage photo, really. It really is pretty much that vintage photo color. All right. I have a vision of what these are going to look like. If I get there, I don't know. Ave, did y'all go without power? My friend in Tampa, they got their power back last night. She messaged me yesterday with a picture of the guys of the electric company outside in her backyard. And then they drove off. And she was like, no. She's like, at least they know we exist. And I'm like, oh, yeah. But they came back and got it on. So she was so happy. I hope others can get theirs on as quickly. I hope you guys get restored to some kind of normalcy soon. This is a little darker, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I think just tax estimates are due at this time. Oh, I don't know. They said you can file for an extension, and I thought, you know, that just doesn't seem like the right way to get myself going. And then I thought, I think you can file quarterly or once a year. And I thought, oh my gosh, if I wait and file once a year, that might drive me completely insane. It's probably better to do things bite size and do it quarterly. It might keep me in line if I have to do it more frequently, but maybe it'll be less work because it's bite size pieces. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing, you guys. And my P.O. box, I got like an invitation. Wow, I don't know what I even just said. An invitation to like a business class, a free 2-hour business class. And I was like, oh my gosh, how did they know? I totally need this. Yeah, I've got no idea what I'm doing when it comes to that side of things. I'm just trying to keep my receipts. But even that, because I buy things online, gets a little out of hand. But at least there's record of it. I just have to go back through and pull them. All right. So that part is done. I may go back and add, oh my goodness, this whole time, this thing has been sitting over here. I guess it did emboss. I couldn't tell if it really embossed. Some of it embossed, but not all of it. Or maybe it really embossed. So this is the clear one that we did, the very first one we did together. All right. Okay, gonna have to bring in a baby wipe. Bertha Bless Wilson. Hi, honey. How you doing? All right. Now, I also am visualizing these. Now we've got that done. Just step by step, we get all these done. Just a very light blue. I'm going to put a little bit of brown in it to like tame the blue because I want it to be more neutral. Oh, this water brush. Okay, I'm going to bring in a little bit more. So I'm using Blue Peacock. Okay. And then I'm knocking it back with a little bit of the Van Dyke Brown and creating that kind of vintage blue. I don't know what else to call it. I don't pay a lot of attention to color names and stuff, so this is a little darker than I wanted it. Okay, it's a lot darker than I wanted it to be, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine for one card. I'm not going to worry about it like if it gets a little messy. Again, we're doing messy watercolor. I'm going to have to dilute it a lot more for the other cards. We're almost there, you guys. We're almost done with these. I may end up liking it, that color. Gives enough contrast that Pooh really stands out. That's what I'm liking about it. All right. The pups are sleeping. Faz is snoring. Y'all may hear her. All right. So just watercoloring up a bunch of these, kind of mass making these little Pooh cards. I'm not worried. Again, I'm just getting a messy watercolor effect here because I want these to kind of have a vintage feel. I'm gonna cut these down maybe even a little bit more. I'm gonna ink blend around the edges and I'm gonna layer them up with some other like patterned paper and ephemera. Okay, just mixing up. That is obviously way too dark, but that's okay. That's what water's for. I'm gonna knock it back just a little bit more with that Van Dyke Brown. I'm gonna dilute it quite a bit. Okay, I'm just gonna pull this out over here. Okay. Sorry, I hope this is not boring to watch. Let me see what y'all are doing. Oh, my chat stopped moving. Dang it. Okay, it's all right. Everything's fine. Y'all could be giving me like really awesome tax advice and I'm missing it. Okay. If you don't want the blue on Pooh's face, just add some water and dab it up. You gotta have a clean brush first. There we go. So I'm going to add some water and then dab it up with my dirty towel. And that's going to pull a little bit of that off of his face. And then I can come back in with some gold, which I have off to the side, and put a little gold back into it. That's the other fun thing about watercolor is you can kind of like make corrections as you go. I don't want to bore you guys with all this, so I'm going to color these other 3 off camera another time. We have 4. That's enough for us to do with these today because this isn't all I want to do. I want to make other things too. So I'm going to move on, but I have these really cute little squares of, they're cute just because of their size, of watercolor paper. I'm going to grab this because this is such a pretty blue, and just go ahead and do these as backgrounds. Maybe we'll turn these into cards later. Okay. Waste not, want not. Aw, that is so awesome, Jim. That sounds like a fun weekend. I have to tell everybody. Gondola ride at the ski resort to catch the fall colors. Brilliant. Apple Fest tomorrow and an Amish market on Monday. Jim, can I come hang out with you? I want to do all of those things. That sounds so fun. We are going to go to the little festival here in our town today. Don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. And then I get to do taxes, evidently. I would rather be at the Apple Fest or on a gondola ride. Hopefully he's selling my hubby's car today. Yeah, go hubby. He's out hunting and I'm going to play in my craft room. Jessica, awesome. Good luck with that. He left you to sell his car? I was telling a coworker the other day the story about how I had to go negotiate my husband's vehicle purchase. I went in, we looked at it on a weekend and I went in on Monday morning to do the financing and negotiate. And they were like, all right, just tell us what you want here. Just write down what you want. Because they were one of those dealerships that you have to like, let me go talk to my sales manager 5 times. Oh gosh, such an annoying process. Anyways, they didn't know who they were dealing with, but I grew up in car shops, car dealerships, all those things. So they weren't prepared for me. Anyways, I write down on a sheet of paper what I want. And the guy's like, I can't read cursive. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. He's like, let me go find someone who can read cursive. Okay, go ahead. And he was gone quite some time. I guess he had to go all the way to the mechanic shop to find someone in the building that could read cursive writing. And they came back and they didn't meet my agreement. And I was like, do you need me to write it down again? And he's like, yeah, go ahead, write it down again. And so that time I made my cursive even more cursive-y, more bellowing and dramatic. I ended up getting what I wanted. Oh, good, Nikki. I'll check for it today. I have a granddaughter that's 26 and she still wants me to make her a birthday card of Winnie the Pooh. Oh, I love that, Bertha. Yeah. Winnie the Pooh just, I mean, did we ever get tired of him? I don't think so. Oh, Stephanie, that's terrible. I am so sorry. Yeah, Ave, I thought that was hilarious. That's something I would do. Hey, Nicole. Hey. I am using, okay, these are watercolor paper. I'm glad you said something. And this is just regular 110-pound cardstock. You can definitely see the difference between these. This paper, I always say, is really thirsty. So when you lay your color down, it absorbs the deep saturation of it and doesn't blend very well. Whereas if you work on watercolor paper, now I wasn't trying to blend these out, but you could. You could blend them out to be completely smooth if you wanted. But there's definitely a difference between watercolor paper and regular paper. Oh, that sounds fun, Jim. He was at Hershey Park seeing Stevie Nicks. That would be fun. I love a good concert. All right. Let's do this thing. I'm going to cut these down. What I really want to put, I don't know where they are, but what I really want to put down behind these are library cards and scrap paper. Just want to trim it down a little bit. Yeah, make it more like that. They don't all have to be that way. I'm not measuring. See, they're not even the same. We'll leave some like this. Oh boy, she boinged her head in the door. Poor thing. All right. She's all discombobulated. Now, we have these random pieces of scraps. But yeah, I'm really wanting to put some like library cards with these. I'm going to cut this one down to 4. So it's 4 by 5.5. Let's just cut. What size is this? This is, all right. Not really the same size. It doesn't matter. These are just kind of scrappy cards. All right. I'm going to pull out some more scraps. I like these two together. And I might like this back in the background. Okay. BRB. I know where some library cards are. Hey girl, what are you chewing on? Don't chew on that. That's not for you. This is a dangerous place to find something to chew on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I have these charm packs. Now this was just a thank you pack. It has fewer things in it. But they've got library cards. And I also have the 100 Acre Woods. I don't know. I just want a library card with this stamp for whatever reason. I'm looking for the 100-Acre Woods, y'all. There it is. I've got to get all of my Unity. I have all my Unity stuff out. I need to get it organized. Ever since Megan sent me some, and then I just have so much. Let's use this. So this is Unity as well. And I hadn't used it yet. Let me look at this. Hey, Blossom, go on. Don't lick watercolors. She's licking my watercolors. So this is called the 100-Acre Wood. Go on, Blossom. You just lay down. All right. And it goes like this. Okay. I was looking at, I was trying to find where that compass was. All right. Let's stamp this out real quick. Let's stamp this on tea dyed paper. I tea dyed about 100 pages of copy paper last week. And I do want these to have like a vintage feel. That's too small. Bring out the big guns. There we go. Blossom. Blossom, go. Go, go, go. You gotta go. All right. And I have old paper on the desk, so let's see. All right. Let's see how this shows up. I don't know. Don't know until we try it. Tina lost power for 10 hours. I was so excited when it came back on. Happy to hear your friends in Tampa have theirs back on. Yay. Yes. Me too. My glass mat is from We Are Memory Keepers, Stephanie. The messy palette. Oh my gosh. Hi. How you doing? And yes. She said, I finally found something I find more annoying than cussy cutting, and that's taxes. Yes. Yes and yes. Okay, the 100-Acre Woods. The next one I might try stamping in a brown, like vintage photo or something. Oh boy. Okay. All right, let's see if this, what we can do with this. All right. Also, I want to distress this to make it look aged. Let's see. I kind of just want to play with something like this. Let's see. Let me bring out a card base. I don't know where I'm going. With this. A card base sometimes helps. It helps gain a little perspective here. Something like this. Let's distress this with some brown. I'm going to use tea dye, but you could use vintage photo or whatever brown color you have. All right. That's got more of the vibe that I'm going for. Alrighty. Oh, Jessica saw her first ever concert at Hershey Stadium. That is so cool. Okay, let's do something. No, definitely like it over here better. All right, I'm gonna take this piece and cut it in half. I think this is the last of this pink paper. So every one of these Pooh cards is probably going to come out a little different. Maybe a lot different, which is fine. And then I want a little more of this pink paper down here to help anchor it all. Yeah, I think that hot mess is what I was envisioning, kind of. We also have this. Yeah, I like that too. Okay, let's do this thing, whatever this is. I need to trim off a little bit of this library card. All right, let's do this thing. Oh my gosh. Tina's 2 counties north of Tampa. Oh, that is such good news, Tina. Oh, man, I tell you what, we have so many crafty friends. And even just beyond like our crafty friends, just anybody. I don't like anybody hurting or, you know, dealing with hardship. Even if they're stinkers, I still just don't wish that on anyone. Stinkers need love too. All right. We might have to love them from a distance, but they need love too. All right. Just kind of fudging this background here. I need a little more glue on this bottom edge. Got too much glue. There we go. Alrighty. Now let's just fill in the gaps with the things. Love the 100 Acre Wood. I knew I would love that. I love topography and maps. Something like this. I'm convinced at this point all of my cards are a little bit scrappy. Unless I'm making like a sheet load, I feel like I just pull from scraps at this point. I like the library card turned sideways. You could write like a Winnie the Pooh book title here, and you could write, you know, author's name and make it Winnie the Pooh, even more Winnie the Pooh, if you wanted to. I'm probably going to put like a sentiment over this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing, y'all. I don't know where these cards are going or how I'm going to get there. I'm just playing. Okay, it's not done. It definitely needs something. And while I think about that something, hey, Relatively Thoughtful. I'm so sorry I don't know your name, but hi. Good to see you this afternoon for you. All right, I'm going to keep the 100 Acre Woods out, and I'm going to go back to the stamp set because it had those really cute sentiments. You know how you lose things in a craft room? Paper. Hey, where's the other part of the stamp set? Oh boy. Well, you also lose things in a craft room by not putting them up, but like paper lays on top of things just enough to hide them is what I've found. Okay. I also have these other two sentiments that I had pulled out yesterday. I don't know what this says. I know this one says sending hugs. Let's stamp this one out and find out what this one says. Just grabbing one of my strips of paper. Good morning, Cordelia and Dawn. So good to see y'all here. I hope you're doing well. Cordelia, is it really tax season? I know you'll know. There is only one choice when you are down, and that is to rise back up. Gosh, I love this stamp and all like the really cool distressing that's built into it. So cool. Okay, so that's that one. I really like the size of it. I think we're going to put that one on there. Now I do stuff like this. I stamp it out a couple of times and then I'll just put these extras. I have two places I could put this. I'll put it back with the stamp set that it came from, or I have a little box of just like stamped sentiments that I might put it in. And sometimes when I'm just looking for something random, I'll pull that out. Yeah, let's do this. I like the size of the sentiment. Okay. This is not from the stamp set, by the way. It's from a completely different Unity stamp set. All right, I need this to dry. So while this is drying, I'm going to hang out with y'all in the chat. Get a little bit caught up. You're not late, Cordelia. It's Saturday. You can't be late. It's a blustering day in the wood. Hi, Denise. All my watercolor is messy, she says. Right? Oh, thanks, Nikki. Let's see. Yeah, Pooh really does stand out with that darker. I kept envisioning it being lighter, but he does stand out better with that. Now, earlier I was saying you could restamp over this in a stamp positioning tool. You can emboss it, but you can also go over it with a pen if you wanted those lines to be darker on him. So, you know, you could grab a micron and go back over. It doesn't take that long to do something like this. Just following the lines. But yeah, that's kind of another way to address when you watercolor over a stamped image and kind of lose that crispness. If you want it there, you can add it back in with like a micron or whatever. So there's really at least 3 ways to deal with that. Hi, Susan. You're not late. You're fine. Hey, Maddie. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. That's kind of you to say. Oh, boy. Fazzy, be nice. Be nice. That's your little sister cousin. Be nice to her. She's like, don't you get close to my mom's craft room. This is my spot. She's been really good with her. I'm going to just hit the edges of this, the 4 corners, with my brush. I'm not going to worry about doing all of it, but it'll kind of tie in Piglet and that pink paper in the background, I think, nicely. Yeah, kind of bring everything together. Pooh Bear's house. All right. Let's do that, and I will just pop this up. I kind of feel like adding some of Debbie Trapp's metal. We might look at that too. I might add a little metal. Heavy metal Pooh Bear. All right. I'm gonna put it right there. Everything is kind of going different directions. Let's look over here. I've got the box that she sent me. And I also have another package off to the side. Oh boy, I don't think I can get those apart. I really like these funky paper clips a lot. I like everything in this box, really. But I'm wondering if we just add a little piece of metal right there. Back to the Gorilla Glue. Now, once I add this, I kind of have to set it to the side and forget it. I'm going to put it on my desk like that. And I'm just going to dip into it. And get plenty of it on the back of this little piece of metal. And that will definitely hold, and you won't see the glue through it. And I won't have to add anything on top of it. Okay, 1 down. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I've been here an hour and a half and have made 2 cards, but that's okay because we did a lot of groundwork with all those Poohs that we colored up. Let's grab another one. Okay, we'll do something completely different with this one. Because I'm going to use different scraps. Ooh, these just kind of were calling out to me. Can these work together? These could work together. This is an old postcard from the Royal Horticultural Society. Well, that must be British. Okay, glad there's writing down here because I didn't know which way that plant went. The colors just aren't quite right. Hold on. We do have these that we didn't color the background on though. Ooh, and that could work. Let's do a little fussy cutting on this situation. This may be really different. Stormy Swan. I was responding to a few comments this morning while I was hanging out in my craft room, seeing if Blossom could handle it. And she said she was channeling her inner Bitty Penny. And yes, that's a thing. And it just cracked me up. It's like you wouldn't normally, most people wouldn't normally approach it this way, I guess. Just grabbing random scraps and doing whatever. But it's fun. Okay. Like, can we make it work? It's kind of a fun challenge to figure out, like, I don't know, can we make these two things work together for the greater good of card making? Those two are like perfectly sized together. I don't think we can make this one work. I mean, we probably could, but let's work with this. Ooh, we haven't played with any gel prints in a while. I have to edit. Just gonna have to edit this down a little bit. For me, myself, and I. All right, I think this can work. Let's play with this a little bit. No blue poo. Messy palette. Girl. We're definitely friends. Okay. That cracked me up. You have a good sense of humor. I like it. Alrighty. Where are we going? We don't know. As long as we have fun getting there, that's all that matters. Okay, 6 3/4. This is a gel print that I did back in July. What did he call it? Well, basically when we were doing all that jelly printing in July. July print. I don't remember what it was called. I let things go out of my memory. I don't know if it's choice or, you know, not, but it's like I don't really need that information anymore. So I'm glad it's gone because I don't need it, and I can replace it with something better. As far as information is concerned, I think I want a piece of ribbon here. And that's about it, honestly. I kind of like this just as it is. I wouldn't mind tying on some sari silk and anchoring the centerpiece with a piece of ribbon. But I kind of like it just like this. So let me grab a piece of ribbon real quick and take my scissors with me. To the ribbon wall. Oh, good. I still have internet. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. I wanted pink because of Piglet. And yeah, we're going to tie a bow on this. We might put a sentiment on it, but we might not. We might save the sentiment for the inside of the card. So let's just do this. I'm going to... Ooh, I do think I will go ahead and ink blend the edges just a little bit, not excessively. Okay. I think if you know who isn't in here getting attention from me, she is going to find it somewhere. I think she's out getting it from Young Z. Okay. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. I definitely like it with the ink blending around it. Now, to pop up or not to pop up, that is the question. I think I'm going to pop it up. I'm going to use this piece of foam. Yeah, it's bright. I know. And make it even easier on myself here. This is just like the kids' craft foam. Oh my goodness, you guys. I've got to see Sala's cards from, she used my We Will Remember Sugar Skull kit and made cards. Oh my gosh, they're so good. They blew my mind. I was like so impressed. I don't know if she made a video. I saw them on Instagram. And I need to go back and I'm going to put the bow under Piglet. I need to go back and like repost it and share it. I was so impressed though. Oh gosh, they were so cool. Okay. The thing about sari silk is it is scraps. So sometimes I take off the part that like, I'm going to take that part off and I'll take this part off. These are not trash. We'll probably even, we could still use these on our cards today. Just so you know, don't throw those away. But I don't necessarily like those seams. It depends on where the seam comes out in the final make. But let's put this on here like so. Well, this was fun. I didn't, you know, start this card and think, Oh, I'll do some jelly printing, but it worked, you know, like it worked out. Made for a lovely background. Love the colors. I love this green with the pink, and the gold is perfect because Pooh Bear is gold too. Such bright, fun colors. And then I have the sending hugs. Hopefully it doesn't get lost in the chaos. I have the sending hugs sentiment. Ooh, I also have these. Let me see what the other page says. None of those are calling to me. These are for, oh, I think they're all the same. They're the same. Okay, these aren't the ones. Not those. Let's put this on here and stamp this on some paper. Aw, Denise. Bertha and Denise, they both have daughters who are in their mid-20s and still love Pooh. Yeah, Pooh is, oh, so that was upside down. Pooh is timeless. My son used to love the movie Winnie the Pooh. It came out in the early 2000s. When he was little, he just loved it. And it was so calming that I loved it too. Okay. We'll just see if this has a home up here on the front of the card or if it needs to go on the back of the card. Oh, I do like it right there. Without, with. I think I'll add it. Because that's what I'm trying to do, is send hugs to our Florida friends. All right. I'll just put 2 of those on there. I'm sure the post office is going to hate this card because it's fat and not flat. That's going to cost you. Oh, I know. I'm behind. But Relatively Thoughtful said I was so naughty with my cursive writing. I know. Good thing that my request wasn't like a binding agreement. I could have asked for the world and they would have never known. There we go. 2 Pooh cards done. Very different. I love them though. Okay, let's keep going. Because we've got more. That's what we spent all that time. I'm not going to have y'all watch me watercolor all that stuff and then not make something with it. I had to teach my granddaughter to sign her name in cursive. Told her when she is famous, she needed a good autograph. I hear you. Exactly. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of historical documents were written in cursive. Like a lot of them, a lot of our history, Civil War, before the Civil War, after, I mean, our Declaration of Independence, I mean, even beyond that, like, I think we need to be able to read cursive. All right. Going back to my scraps, I have this uniquely creative. This is Flowering Utopia. And I think we can make this work. So let's do it. Guess I might have to title this the Rambling Scrap Video when it's all said and done. But yeah, just grabbing those scraps. This is a very tall tag. It doesn't have to stay a tall tag, but it is. Uniquely Creative is an Australian company. Very sweet, generous, and wonderful people. I like them very much. In fact, I'm thinking about carrying some of their stuff in my shop. Really liked their scissors. I liked pretty much everything they sent me. And I found them on my wholesale website, and I was like, maybe I can carry a little Uniquely Creative. Bring them stateside. Make their stuff more accessible to our friends here in the States. That'll be next year. But I like their embossing folders. I like everything. I like their embellishments a lot. I like their paper pads. I like everything. I wouldn't be able to carry everything in the shop, but I could carry a little bit. And I really liked their fussy cutting scissors too. And I really like them. Like, they are sweet and wonderful. Just fussy cutting with my big scissors, though. That's what I usually... Oh, by the way, I don't even... Oh, I do have my... Yeah, I do have my Uniquely Creative. Sparkle Heart had to borrow them, and she loved them. She's like, ooh, I like these scissors. And I didn't know if I'd ever get them back. Might have to edit this one. I don't know if I want to fussy cut this all the way, but I'll try. Okay. Almost done. This is a marathon of card making. I am going to make junk journals again, y'all. I just haven't, I don't know. I just sit down and I'm like, I want to make another card. I want to make another card. It's just what I've been wanting to do. So I do it. I do what I want. That is why, honestly, I'm not on a lot of design teams, because I want to come to my craft room and do whatever I want. I want to play with what I want to play with. I want to do what I want to do. And if on one day that's a junk journal, then that's a junk journal. And if it's 3 months of cards, then it's 3 months of cards. Okay. Alrighty. I like this. I like where this is going. Okay, let me grab a card base, because again, I usually get to something like this and I'm like, okay, where is this going? So let's look and see, where is this going? think it's going somewhere along these lines. All right, so I need to trim this off somewhere like right here. That's my exact measurement. I am going to potentially put an eyelet in this tag as well. Okay, then we might put a sentiment down here. I kind of want to, let's play with some, ooh, this is nice too. It's interesting, it leaves us, I feel like, with more blank space. Let's pull out this sentiment. I think we might do something like this. All right, I'm coming back over to the, sorry, to the chat. I get so caught up in talking and making. Well, that's true, Gloria. She said postal workers who can't read cursive will have a hard time delivering the mail, but they barcode everything now, and which also makes sense. I think we're going to stamp the 100-acre wood directly on the cardstock back here. I'll just stamp it twice. Let's do that. I'm going to do gray. Let's do weathered wood. I'm going to make sure to burnish my score line because I'll get a better stamped result. There we go. And let's do this. Hi, do you like random card making? You might like Bitty Penny. Oh my gosh. Oh, Stephanie, I hate all of that so much. I am so sorry. Just reading. I'm still behind, but I'm catching up. I know, Cinnamon. Hey, Cinnamon Spice. Good to see you. Yeah, I know. Okay, I think this should be good. Now, this is those card bases that were donated to me. And I have tested them one other time, but it wasn't with this kind of ink. They're kind of, they kind of remind me of like a poster board, you know, the slick side of a poster board. I think that's what these are like made out of. So I'm going to heat this a little with my heat gun. I don't want to smear it. I actually, what I might do instead is emboss it because I can tell it's still wet on the surface. I think I'll emboss this real quick. I don't want it to smear. Yeah, it's all still wet on that surface. So, grab my paper real quick. And we are going to emboss this with clear embossing powder. Is she being a rascal? She's being a rascal, y'all. Blossom. Princess Buttercup Blossom is a rascal. Don't let the name deceive you. Okay, I'm going to pull out the heat gun for this one. Oh gosh. She might tear the house down. That's what it sounds like. Okay, heat gun. While I got the heat gun out, I'll be reading y'all's comments. Oh, goodness. I'm just reading. Y'all are laughing. Y'all are cracking me up. Y'all are making me laugh. Okay, guys, gotta go. Oh, sorry, Tina, but good to see you. I'm sure she's long gone. Okay. Hey, Kim. I am pretty scrappy in more ways than one. Kim. I'm pretty scrappy. You know, I had lots of brothers. And we weren't coddled as children, so I'm pretty scrappy. And I like making scrappy cards. This is true. Ooh, this is gonna be so pretty. Hey, Blossom, chill. Just chill, baby girl. Oh, that's sweet, Linda Veal. That's a great idea. Die cutting some butterflies and sending them out to Stephanie. Blossom. Fazzy, be nice. Hey, Blossom, chill. Go lay down. Fazzy looked at me like, I'm innocent, Mom. Sure you are. I don't know if this is embossing. It just, there we go. Now it's starting. I just had to say something. There we go. Ooh, this is going to be really pretty, you guys. Well, this was happy kind of accident. The necessity for heat embossing, because it's going to be really pretty. What color is this again? This is weathered wood with clear embossing powder. It's so pretty. Owl's house, rabbit's house, the bee tree, piglet's house, Eeyore's gloomy place. I need a bigger sandwich maker so I could just pop this whole 5x7 in there. That would be nice. Oh, Linda's dog's being bossy, making her take him for a walk. I know how that is. Y'all know I get bossed around all the time. By my dog. It's going to be worth it. Where's Rue's place? I always loved Rue. Oh, Kanga's house. There it is. Just want to go back over some of the areas, but it looks like I got it now. Okay. I got it now. I'll just reshape it a little bit. All right, let's get back to where we were at. And I think I like it like this. And then I might cut down this tag just a little bit. We'll see. And then we'll anchor a little sentiment down here at the bottom. That's hand cut, so it's going to be wonky. I like it. Okay. All right, let's do this thing. I am going to trim this just a little bit, you guys. Because one reason is I want to see more of that background. Just a little off here. And a little off there. And I think I got it even enough that I don't need to recut the top. Yeah, I want to see more of that embossed background. Okie doke. And I'm actually not going to worry about cutting a hole at the top of the tag or putting ribbon in it or any of that stuff, although all that would be really pretty, and I'm starting to second guess myself. Now's the time. Let me envision it for a second. Da 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 da, da 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 da. Yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like this. It would be really pretty, like there, to punch a hole, put an eyelet in, and add ribbon at the top would be really pretty, but I'm just gonna leave it like this because I like it like this too. So there's that. Oh, Cindy's going to a crop today. How fun. Have fun at that, Cindy. That sounds awesome. I want to go with Deidre to a Rebecca Hoot thing, but we were talking about it last night. I don't think I can. It's one of those things where it's the weekend before we leave for like a 12-day trip, and I have a feeling I'll need that weekend because we leave on a Tuesday to do all the finishing stuff and that I shouldn't be out of town. Plus, when I get back is my craft fair. I don't know if I'm going to do it this year because it's the weekend after I get back from this long trip. Everything is just kind of coming together at the same, or happening around the same time. So I can't do it all. I'm going to have to catch Rebecca Hoot with Deidre another time. The good thing is I think she does things frequently. doing the same treatment on that sentiment. And I think, oh, that's already glued down? Well, it is what it is. It's glued down now. Seems like I need to hit the corners. Okay. Let's put this right up here. So good to see all of you here. I hope you're all having a good Saturday. I do have to go sometime soon and get to cracking on my taxes. Blarg. I don't mind paying taxes. I just don't like filing my I don't like figuring it out. That's all. I wish there was an easier way. Okay. With the sentiment, I don't know, y'all. I think I like it without the sentiment. I mean, I like the sentiment, but I like it just like this. I'm going to leave it without the sentiment. I love the 100-acre wood in the background. And that gray, that was just like, for me, the perfect touch for this card. Your family doesn't understand your vintage looking cards, Denise? Aw. My hubby loves them. It's his favorite. When I make the vintage style cards, he loves those. He loves the mixed media too, but vintage is his favorite. Yeah. Okay, let's make another card, shall we? The 100-acre wood is awesome. Pooh Bear's face is still a little blue for me, and we don't want blue Pooh. Right, messy palette. So I'm going to add a little more white gold to his sweet little face. Just work on that a little bit, real quick like. Even that is better. It's very subtle. Probably hardly even noticeable, but it's noticeable to me. Yeah. Better. Okay. All right, let's do it again. Let's make another card. I'm going to turn around and grab from my scraps again. I have these leftover scraps from Tsunami Rose. Think happy thoughts. We used these when we were making the teacher cards. Oh my gosh, my friend got the cards. She absolutely loved them. I was so grateful for all those teacher and student cards. She loved them. They went to the right person. These really are scraps, as you can tell. All right, let's just use these real quick like. Let's see if we can come up with something with those. I always like a bingo card. Here's our Pooh, trying to get back to the Pooh Bear. See, that could work. And then we could have sunflowers. This could totally work. Okay, Let's see what that looks like on a card base. Y'all see the pattern that I work with here? Cindy uses her Stampin' Up! Hardware. Heck yeah, this stuff is so cool. Is it new, Cindy, or is it older? I don't know. I got it in Happy Mail from Debbie Trapp. It was so sweet to send it to me. She didn't think she would use it. I bet we could use one of the buckles right now. Let's use one of the buckles on this card. I like those ribbon buckles. I want to make some Santa cards with those too. Make it look like his belt. Okay. Bingo. I know it has those flowers. Does this jar hold honey? I sure hope it does. This is from Tsunami Rose, tsunami-rose.net. Daisy is the shop owner. She is a sweetheart. I have loved Tsunami Rose forever. She does such awesome printables, you guys. You got to check her out. I was on her design team for quite some time. I've made lots of things with her printables. I shopped with her before I was on her design team. Okay. I think this is where we're going. We might just add a sentiment. Don't worry, I won't cover up Piglet. I'm just eyeballing still. That covers up the bingo. I want it to say bingo. Just gotta play around a little bit here. No, I don't like it. Let's go back to this. Do we need to cheer on Relatively Thoughtful? Aw, thank you. That's so sweet. Oh, well, Relatively Thoughtful. That's why we have our crafty friends, because they get us. They get it. Okay, this is where this goes, and now I'm happy. Okay, cool. Do I want to add the 100 Acre Wood to every single card now? Yes, I do, but I'm not going to put you through that kind of heat embossing again. So here's what we're going to do instead. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to take out the 100 Acre Wood. I'm not going to stamp it on here. I'm going to stamp it on this tea-dyed paper instead. Okay. And it will go in the background. I'll cut it down to 5 by 7. So let me get some ink. I think I'm going to go for a vintage photo. Oh, it is retired. You have to find it at yard sales. Ugh. Yeah. That's the only thing. Stampin' Up! Makes amazing stuff, but they just retire it all so quickly and move on to the next thing. And it's like a little bit sad because they make things that are just amazing. But, you know, It's also costly. You can't get it all when you right away as soon as it comes out. And then you might just miss it. Okay. Let's do it again. This is, for those who are maybe wondering, Unity Stamp Co. 100 Acre Wood that I keep using now. I thought I had made the investment and gotten like 5 sets of Winnie the Pooh stamps, and I thought, you know what? I will get some use out of that 100 Acre Woods, and I am. It was true. It's not a race. Love the first card. Oh, thanks. Cussy cutting and tax talk and one live. Oh my gosh, at least I'm not talking about laundry and chores. Might let my boyfriend go to Harbor Freight so I can go to Hobby Lobby. Denise, I like your motives. Yes, I made a folder and I just need to remember, like after I purchase something, to pop it in that folder. I have done a little bit of preemptive. Oh, let me move that to the folder real quick, but not enough. And I'm just not confident because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to heavily rely on this app from my bank. That's what I'm going to do. And if I don't get it right, well, I tried. I hear you, bird. But today is free time. Okay. I didn't exactly stamp these straight, but that's not bothering me. I did that at 5, right? I'm going to cover the whole card front with this. 5 by 7. Thank you. Awesome. Now we don't have to emboss and we don't have to wait on it to dry. And we'll have a little tea dye texture. Love it. Oh my gosh, I just love the stamp, y'all. Unity. So awesome. When I think of all the money I could have saved if I just would have shopped at Unity all these years, it's a lot. I'm actually just clearing out my old stash and replacing it with Unity at this point. Okay. So now we'll transfer this back. Oh yeah. Transfer this back over. And you guys, we're going to have another cute card done. In my humble opinion. I was tempted just now to look at the clock and see how long I've been alive in this live, but I'm not even going to do it. We're just going to call it a marathon. It is what it is. I'm in my happy place. I hope you are too. And maybe you can't be in your happy place right now for whatever reason. And this helps. I hope that's the case. Okay. 100-acre wood. All right. What are we going to do with this one? Let's do a little bit of yellow. No, I'm going to do brown. Okie dokie. Let's glue this one down. I came in this morning and yesterday's cards were sitting on my table right where I left them when I ran to do all the things. And that Winka Stella was just magnificent. Such a good final edition. These are the cards I'm talking about. We made these in yesterday's live. But that Winka Stella, it came in and these were just shining so bright. It's so hard to capture on camera, but yeah, they were just shining and all glittery and awesome. I'm gonna pop this up. I did order more foam tape. Yeah, because this is the last little piece I have on this roll. I'm looking behind me to see if it's in here. I don't know if it's in here. There's the little one. Where's the big one? I don't know. We're just gonna have to put it on with these. This would be so cute with like a little bit of burlap. Okie dokie. Pop this right here. Cuteness. And now I'm deciding if I'm going to pop up. I don't think I am. I'm going to glue this down. Only the sentiment will be popped up. There we go. Trim off the part that's hanging off. Should we keep going? I've been live for a long time. Maybe I should cut it off. But I'm just going to sit here and keep making cards, so I figure it's kind of unfair to do it without you guys. That's that one. Oh my goodness. Super cute. Love it. Denise, your family wouldn't get it at all. But we get it. We get it. Yeah, Deidre. Get that housework done. I know. I have to go do things too. Eventually. Eventually. Okay, so we've made some really different cards. Like they're all so different from each other, but we started with the same piece. Isn't that cool? I love all the different feels that we can get from the same little colored up, you know, stamped image. We have more. You're like, please stop. I know, but I have more. I have 3 more. 2 that we'd have to cussy cut and 1 that we don't have to. This This one does need to be cut properly. This was a quick trim with my scissors earlier, so it's not quite straight. But now it is. Paula Rice, how are you? I missed last night, but I think Charlene Madrid was on Craft Roulette. Oh, that's sweet, Kim. A lot of her family members are assigned to different Pooh characters. Her niece is Piglet, and her sister is Aunt Tigger. Oh, how cute. Oh, thanks, Flo. Oh, Desiree, you're so sweet. Hi, Maritza. The star is because they're members of my channel. So when you're a member, you get a badge, and that badge displays by your name and anytime you leave a chat or a comment. Susan was saying that the big scissors is so funny. Yes, yes. I just have to. It's just faster. Hey, Carmina, good to see you. I'm just getting a little bit caught up here. Here, y'all can look at these while I get caught up on my comments. I think this one's pretty, oh no, it's a little tacky. But there are those. Just while I read. Hi, Vicki Emerson. Oh, he's your favorite Disney character? Aww. Yeah, I love making scrappy cards. Let's see. They are my favorite. Maddie, I am all in on the savings envelopes. I'm 100% in. We have been saving as a family using the little scratch offs and stuff and having a lot of fun with it, but I'm also going to do it for my business. Because, oh my gosh, running a business is expensive. So I'm going to have to save for all the things. You'll be seeing more of it, Maddie. Hi, Brian. Sorry, I was super far behind. It happens. Jessica needs a bigger house to hold all of her craft supplies. I will show more, Maddie, about the savings challenges. I'll show how I'm setting mine up. Pam Bell, hi, darling. Yeah, I don't do 5 a.m. on Saturdays because I don't have to. So I usually go a little bit later in the morning, and that way people who normally miss my 5 a.m.s might have a chance to catch me. Yeah, Paula, I didn't get to see Craft Roulette. I don't know what the parameters are. Aw, I'm so glad it cheers you up, Stephanie. Card dangly. Yeah, adding a charm would be fun. Oh, I'm glad you like them, Carmina. Oh, good. You sent me a message. Good. It turned out to be a book. I love it. I'll look for it, Pam. I've been thinking about you. So I will look for it. Also, at the very beginning of the live, which I don't expect anyone to go back and see, I made this scrappy card because it was all sitting on my desk and I just slapped all this stuff together. And that was the first card. So I know I've been on here forever, but I have technically made 5 cards and I'm going to make at least, let's do one more. Just let's do it one more time. All right. Everyone likes Pooh. I can tell I'm caught up on the chat. And my chat's moving again. Yay. Oh, you like the first one too, Pam? This is a Stamplistic stamp. I'll have to bring those back out and use those again. I'm turning around and looking at my scraps. Look at this. This is a scrappy piece of watercolor paper where I just watercolored two different, oh, those are kind of nice together. Two different colors, just made striped watercolor paper. Oh my gosh. All my stuff is kind of stuck together. Okay. Ooh, look at that with a little bit of fabric. This fabric is amazing too. I love this. I was reaching for this and this, and they were all stuck together with all of this too. What if we just throw everything at it? That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Not impossible, but totally crazy. Okay, we're gonna dial it back, don't worry. I like the simplicity of these. And maybe do some stitching. We haven't done any stitching yet. I don't know what size this scrap is. Fazzy, be nice. Fazzy won't let Blossom in my area. What do you know? It's 5 by 7. Well, Maddie, yeah, I had to watch quite a few videos, see what people did, get some ideas, and then, you know, just like with anything else, I have to make it my own. So that's kind of where I landed. I will definitely be sharing that. Okay, let's decide whether we want it going down the center or whether we want it off to the side. I tend to put everything to the left side. I do think I like it better on the left side. What if, okay. I know, somebody come take it out of my hands, or I'm just gonna keep using the 100-acre wood. But poor ends. I hear him out there trying to manage these two dogs. This will be my last card. Alrighty. Yeah, exactly, Paula. I think it's so soft and sweet. It goes really well, I think. All those colors, super, super soft. This would be a good like baby card, like welcome little one, that kind of thing. All right. You know, the more you use your stamp, it brings down the cost. If you figure out your cost per use, if you're that kind of crafter, I'm not. But if you are, the more you use it, the more affordable or whatever. the purchase is. I obviously don't do that sort of thing. I'm like, how happy does it make me? Oh, very happy? Yeah. So that's how I calculate things. Like I said, I'm an accountant's worst nightmare, probably. We'll find out soon. All right. I'm thinking this 100-acre wood is going to be the background for this piece. And then, yes, and then I'm going to trim this. This is going to be a little shorter than our card. I'm going to fray the ends. Desiree, I did not get to your stamp set today. I got stuck in the 100-acre woods. I made all Winnie the Pooh, but I have some ideas that I want to do. You guys, Desiree released her new collection last weekend, World Card Making Day. Gosh, that was so much fun. Is that just last weekend? The week was so long, it already felt like that was weeks ago. Anyways, definitely check it out. We made a bunch of mixed media cards here on my channel together. She has a ton of inspiration on her website, include a thank you. And then she and Sean were on last Saturday or Sunday on their channel. Sean is oh gosh, Manly Minute. Somebody help me out. I'm drawing a blank. Okay. I wanted to fray it, and I like the idea of it just being a little bit smaller. Okay, this is what we're doing. And I think I'm going to take this over real quick, stitch this together. I'm trying to decide how much I'm going to stitch. So something to look at while I stitch and BRB. I'll be right here, but it's across the room. All right, one more go, you guys. I'm almost back. Alrighty. I'm coming back. Alrighty. Here we go. Oh boy. We got like a messy situation right there, but it's just going to add character to our card. Okay. Lots of stitching. I still have to tack down some of the fabric. Let's trim up some of the loose threads. Now, my bobbin is yellow, and I have my machine threaded with this dark pink right now. So, as you can tell, I flipped my card. So for this one, it had the pink, because I thought that would be really cute with the piglet. And then I wanted the yellow for Pooh Bear. So I turned my card over and did this side. So this is the bobbin side, which makes it a little more rough, but I really don't mind. I mean, the whole point of me sewing on my card is to add texture anyways. And my bobbin got a little crazy and things got a little wild right there. And I also don't mind that. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of Fabri-Tac. I'm going to say hi because I see some people have come in. Miss Debbie, I hope this means you have electricity again. I was talking about you earlier and how we're going to get together when I come to Florida. And I can't wait. Getting so excited. Blossom, you got to go. Lay down. Okay. Alrighty. I've been live forever. This is my last card. It's been a long card making morning around here. Okay. What else? We're going to do something else. This isn't done yet. Well, I've still got this piece of sari silk. Which could go behind a sentiment. Which we still have the sending hugs out. Let me get a piece of paper for that real quick. And I think I'll stamp it in Vintage Photo because everything's pretty soft. I don't think I want black on here. Second one's a little better. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Melissa. Melissa, I asked you the other day if you were in Alaska or in Mexico, and then I never saw your comment. Not because you probably didn't answer me, but because I just didn't see it. Oh, I like that. You know I want to stitch it, but I'm not going to, but I want to. I just want to add a little bit of stitching right there and there, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to do a little ink blending instead. Very subtle ink blending. Knock back a little bit of that white. Yeah, Debbie, my friend in Tampa, they just got their power back last night. She was so excited. And I was excited for her. I'm going to use this Fabri-Tac again. So you got yours back, I'm guessing, right? I know, I so loved. Thank you so much for updating us, Debbie J. I so loved hearing from you, and then doing the little walkabout in the yard and across the street for the neighbor's tree and down the road for the flooding. Thank you for posting that and keeping us updated and sharing that with us. Truly appreciated. Hi, Vicki Jensen. Good morning. I'm working on my last card. We've been here a long time, but you're not late. Don't you worry. You can't be late on a Saturday morning. It's just not possible. This is our card. I love this one. Okay, I'm going to show all the cards again so that everybody can see them. I'm kind of proud of the fact that I got caught up with my comments today. I'm not perfect. I'm way far away from perfect. And I got really behind, but I did get caught up, and that makes me happy. I usually feel bad if I don't ever get caught back up, and just for getting behind in the first place. Okay. I'm going to use my big block, this one, and kind of smash that down and leave that there for a second. Okay, let's put the 100-acre wood up. We got our use out of that stamp today, didn't we? Alrighty. And we'll go through the other ones. Oh, Debbie, you're here. You might as well pick your card. I'm sending cards to friends in Florida. That's what I've been doing the last 2 or 3, basically ever since Milton hit. I've been making cards for friends in Florida. And Miss Pam Bell's up in North Carolina, and she's going to get one too. But you can pick yours since you're here. You might as well. I know that Ave wanted a Winnie the Pooh. So Ave, I don't know if you're still here because it's been a while. But if you want to pick yours, and if Miss Pam Bell, I see you're here. If you want to pick yours, I'll get these out to you. You're right, Natalie. And hey, good morning. I could add stitched lines to that. Oh, it's under the press. Totally could do that. And I could do pink or yellow or whatever color. That's the kind of fun thing about drawing on your own stitch lines, is they can be any color you want. You don't have to rethread your machine. So this was the first card I made. I don't expect you to pick this one. I was scraps. So my first scrappy card. Then this was the second card I made. Yeah, I'm going to send Pam some craft supplies. So pick your card, Pam and Debbie, and if Ave's still here, otherwise I'll just send you one of these. You have different options. You can pick a hug card. These are the ones I made yesterday and the day before. So you can have a hugs card like this. I've got 4 of those. I think. Well, I've got 3. I don't know where the 4th one is. There it is. So you can pick a hug card and just tell me pink or blue, and you'll get one of those. Yes, I'm sending you a card. Pam, you sent me an email, and I'm grateful. I'm going to look at that, and then I'm going to box you up a bunch of stuff and get it to you. And you can tell me if you want a hug card or a Pooh card. Okay, Debbie, you want a Winnie the Pooh card. Do you want, we'll call this one the one with the library card. We've got bingo. Really fun. This is, I don't know, Pastel Pooh. The Pastel Pooh card. Ooh, the Jelly Print Pooh card. Oh, I'm so glad, Paula. Yes, Pam, we love you. We are so sorry. Oh my gosh. I just can't even imagine. And I know craft supplies is probably like the last thing you need when you're trying to rebuild after losing your home to that terrible storm. But hey, craft supplies is what I have an abundance of, and I would like to send you some. So, I'll read your email and I'll put a box together. So, you just say any card, Pam? Okay, I'll pick one for you. All right. And Pam, if I have a trusted source like WJ or someone who I've known for years and trust and know and love, and they want to send you some things, if you don't mind telling me if I can share your address, because that could happen. Someone could message me on the side and be like, hey, I want to bless Pam. And so you just let me know. Now, I know you probably don't, you're probably just getting, you don't need a ton of stuff right now necessarily, maybe because of just like storage and overwhelmness, but you just let us know. These are the cards I've made to cheer up our friends in Florida and around who have been affected by these storms. Thanks for hanging out with me. I guess now that I got my Pooh Bear, because I really wanted to make Pooh the other day and ran out of time when I was making the hug cards. I guess I'm done with this. And I'll move on to something else the next time y'all see me on here. I'd like this stitched. Because you got to see some of it being put together. So this is Debbie J's. Hey, Debbie, I like that it's flat, not fat, so I can just slap a stamp on it and get it in the mail to you today. This is one of my old gel pens from a different company that's not real reliable. Debbie J. I'll take care of the inside later, Debbie. So that one's yours. Oh, Sharon loves Pooh too. Yes, sending all the positive thoughts your way, Pam. I have ramen noodles like being shown to me, so I think I have to go feed somebody. We got the new, we're trying, our grocery store just got all these new types of ramen and we're trying them out. And we found one we really like. The carbonara. Yeah, sending so much love y'all's way, everyone's way. And thanks for hanging out for an absolute marathon of card making. It was a little bit insane, maybe, if we think about how long I've been here making cards with you today, but I have no regrets. I loved every minute of it. And I was going to be doing it anyways, whether the camera was on or not. And I would just rather hang out with my friends. So just slap that in there. So it is what it is. Oh, thanks, you guys. So glad y'all like them. I love you guys so much. I hope y'all have a great weekend. This is it for me. I'm signing off till Monday morning around the 5:30. I think 5:30 is more reliable. I'm more reliable if we say 5:30 now. But live at 5 with Biddy Penny. It'll be happening. It'll be on. And next week, let's see. Oh, we have Oh So Inspired coming up on the 20th. Gosh, these months just fly by, y'all. But yeah, that's what I got for you today. It was so much fun crafting with you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.